So the fake whistleblower, who never even heard the conversation between Trump and the Ukrainian president about the alleged quid pro quo, that was really a quid pro quo between Joe Biden and the Ukrainians. Remember, they just flipped the script, right? Now we're going to come full circle. So McCord defends the guy, Atkinson, who defends the whistleblower, despite the whistleblower not even being authorized to file a complaint because the process didn't authorize the complaint the way he did it. He didn't hear the conversation. Why were they covering up for the whistleblower while targeting Giuliani and John Solomon, the reporter? Why? Why were they covering up for the whistleblower? That is Atkinson and McCord, apparently, and others. Why were they covering up even though the whistleblower didn't follow procedure? And why are they targeting Giuliani and Solomon now? Because Giuliani knows all of this. He knows Joe Biden was involved in some really shady quid pro quos with the Ukrainians, so they wouldn't investigate his son. But Giuliani knows something else. Hat tip our buddy Fool Nelson on social media, on our Twitter account, for uncovering this gem. What did Giuliani and John Solomon know about the Ukrainians in the Obama White House and Joe Biden? Well, let's look at email number 1 we have from John Solomon. What did John Solomon know, and why is he now a subject of the government's witch hunt against Rudy Giuliani? He has just read the newspapers. Apparently, Solomon's a target too. Oh, look, there's that Ed O'Callahan guy again. Wow, that's interesting. Told you his name would creep up again. Oh, no. So this is Ed O'Callahan. He gets an email from John Solomon a while back. This is from April 24th. What does that say, Guy? 2019? April 24th. Not bad eyesight, huh? What do you think of that? You got to understand, folks, this teleprompter, Guy warned me. He's like, the text on this is so small. I can actually still see stuff at 46. April 24th, 2019. Thanks for zooming in. John Solomon sends an email to the Department of Justice, and Ed Callahan's office responds. And in this Solomon email, he starts asking questions. Folks, you cannot start asking questions about Ukraine's relationship with the Biden administration and Obama administration without getting targeted by the DOJ. Dan, that sounds like a third world country. Yeah, we're in one now. So what are the 2 key takeaways? You can see the email on the screen if you want to read the whole thing. But John Solomon emails a spokeswoman for the DOJ and a couple others and says, listen, I have these documents I obtained from a Ukrainian official, and basically they're really shady. And it says that these Ukrainian officials wanted to meet, the United States government, the Obama administration wanted to meet with Ukrainian officials about these 2 things. They wanted to meet, number 1, about this Party of Regions payment to Paul Manafort. Remember the Black Ledger hoax? In other words, that the Ukrainians made illicit payments to Trump's campaign manager, Paul Manafort. It's a hoax. That never happened. Why would the White House want to meet about that? And notice apparently, John Solomon had documents saying that the U.S. wanted assistance in look at this, restarting the investigation into the payments to Manafort. They're a hoax. There were no payments, illicit payments. It's a fake story. And John Solomon was also asking questions on why they were pressuring them to stand down on an investigation into Burisma Holdings. So just to be clear, you may be saying, Dan, but you were just talking about the whistleblower, the fake whistleblower, and how Atkinson and McCord, who's now involved apparently in this FISA thing and all, how they were defending the whistleblower. What does this have to do with that? Well, Giuliani knows all this. He knows about the Ukrainian hoax, the impeachment hoax. Solomon's asking questions. Notice this screenshot of email number 2 to John Solomon, too, about this meeting. So just quick takeaway. The Obama administration is now pushing the Ukrainians to prosecute Paul Manafort, according to Solomon's information, and to stop investigating Hunter Biden. That's what they wanted. Who was at this meeting in January of 2016? Who was at this meeting? Convenient timing, right? Because of a ban here, the whistleblower, he who shall not be named, because of YouTube and their communist activity trying to protect their own. Look at this at the meeting. Who was at the meeting? Oh, yeah. The whistleblower. He who shall not be named. Wow, that's weird. So the same whistleblower that Mary McCord's buddy, Michael Atkinson, the IG, was protecting, who made basically an unauthorized complaint. He wasn't authorized to make. He didn't even hear the phone call. The same whistleblower they were protecting is also at a January of 2016 meeting between the White House and the Ukrainian government, where the Obama-Biden White House is pushing the Ukrainian government to restart an investigation into Trump's former campaign manager and stop an investigation into Hunter Biden. And apparently the whistleblower guy was involved in that whole thing. You think Giuliani doesn't know that? Why do you think they want Giuliani's computer and phone and iCloud information so they can get his emails with John Solomon, who knows it too? I just read you the emails. Because they want to make sure you never hear about how the White House coordinated with whistleblowers, swamp rats, and shady people inside of Ukraine to target Trump while dismissing the case against Hunter Biden. Now, folks, I sincerely do hate, I've written a lot of books. I don't plug them a lot because I don't like wasting your time. Hey, buy my book. Hey, it really gets annoying. I get it. I understand. That's why I rarely beat you over the head with book stuff outside of the release. But I'm asking you a personal favor. If you have not read my book, Follow the Money, you only have to read the opening chapter. The opening chapter, called Insane in the Ukraine, explains what I'm telling you now in intimate detail. Footnotes and everything for you liberals out there. I'm going to show you two quick excerpts from the book about these White House meetings in the closing days of the Obama administration. They had to make sure they got Trump tied into a Ukraine scandal so they could hide their own.